Hello guys and welcome back to Rising Lords. So it has been, what, about 3 months since I played this campaign? I think the last time I played it was at the start of November and the final episode of this came out at the end of November. Since then, I've played so many other games and was always keeping my eye on this game, and it then fully released in January. I think January the 14th, so about 2 weeks ago from recording this, it released. I had my Rising Lord scenario series, not scenario series, the just a skirmish series complete. I think that finished 2 weeks ago as of recording this. So if you haven't checked that out, give that a watch. And if you haven't also checked out the previous videos on this, give that a watch. The reason why it's taking me so long to get back into this is I wanted to have my scenario series fully come out, and it has now. Also, I did have to replay the full campaign to get back up to this point, as because the game fully updated, it resets it. So that is a shame, but then actually at the same time, it just gave me a little jogging of the memory so I could remember what we've done. So actually, this is where we ended off before, where Rykard, our brother, he claims he wants to become the king of Oberlin because there's royal blood in the family. We've just taken over Holm, which was one of the rebel-controlled cities south of Tannheim, and we are now ready. So this screen is starting, I think it's chapter 3. I'm going to call it chapter 3. If it's not chapter 3, screw it. I'm calling it chapter 3 because I called my other one chapter 2. So, start of chapter 3. Samorka. You meet Samorka in the tent outside the city. It is Samorka, commander of the Order of Argon. My mentor and advisor, Rykard says. Tankred recognizes him. The kindly old man has been in Rykard's entourage since the beginning. Morka then begins to recount. Our last queen, Elida, went into exile after the death of her father and the founding of the council. She fell in love with the son of a simple blacksmith, and together they had one son. His name was Eden. Bright boy, full of courage and the spirit of adventure. What does that say? He met a knight's daughter on pilgrimage in Atra. Gosh, my reading is terrible, I do apologise. And returned to Oberlin with her. They built the Tower of Tannheim and made it their home. Whether Eden knew that he was of royal blood is unclear, but they lived a happy, undisturbed life. The commander strokes his beard. It's Hugo de Camilo who found out that your family was of royal blood and told Rykard about it. Rykard raises his voice. Oberlin is heading for a precipice. The council appoints me marshal of the realm, and we can defeat the rebels, Morcar nods. The council's charter allows for the appointment of a field marshal to lead the count's armies. If he proves himself worthy and restores peace to the land, then the council can appoint him king. Also, Morcar can continue. Hugo de Camilo comes rushing into the tent, takes a seat on the chair at the head of the table, and removes his heavy gloves. Excuse me, Sir Morcar. This story will have to wait for another time. We need to discuss our next course of action. In the distance, they hear shouting and the clatter of weapons. Tankred sees through the tent exit that Holm and Hormond are brightly lit. Someone must have started a fire. Camilla looks at Tankred. War is cruel, young Tannheimer. The victors take their spoils because the soldiers must be paid. I just explained to the liberated councillors that they share the blame for their town's fate. They complained loudly, but I'm sure Urgot bribed some of them to come to the city. They are complicit. Oh, let's be on this side. Rykard agrees. Let them search every house. Maybe they're still cultists hiding. Probably, Sir Rykard. Let me say that again. Probably, Sir Rykard. I've already taken care of it. Camillo pours himself water from a large jug and drains it in a single gulp, prompting Tankred to notice his own thirst. Camillo has spread out a map of Oberlin on the table. The most important thing is that the trial period can only be proclaimed if all accounts of the council agree. At the moment, we are 3 votes short. Countess Havenhand of Serret, Cedric Stalwart of Steer, and Horvath of Bolrigan. You must make sure they are on your side. Travel to them, Rykard, and try to persuade them. Be it with words or with gold. They step outside the tent. Several citizens have gathered to plead for the fate of their city. Camillo has his soldier chase him away. Oh my goodness. What a lad this Camillo is. So, this is the advisor, I assume. This is Lord Camillo. This is Rykard. And this is the main character, and I can't even remember his name. My goodness, I'm an idiot. But we're now in. So, it continues where we have Oxenberg here. Actually, no. Hormond is owned by someone else. Oh, okay. So we've got Oxenberg, Vigri, Perlenbach, and Tannheim under our control. And we've still got Tannheim must not fall, obviously. That is one of the main missions. And finally, off to Surret. Rykard and Tankred. Oh, Tankred, that's of course his name. Rykard and Tankred must move to Surret before the end of turn 6 to ask Countess Havenhand for support. So we're going to go to Surret. Which one is Surret? Holm, Ormond, Steer, Pontefract, Surret. So we have to move our army to this place by the end of turn 6. We've got plenty of time to do that. So let us begin. We've got a decent stock of equipment because this is actually carried over from my rendition of the campaign, but nothing much has changed really from when I played the last time. A few little things. I actually built a town guard this time, just so we have a better defense here in Tannheim. Everything else really is the same: dwelling, smith, and then a dwelling and a smith. So nothing really has changed. We have Oxenberg and Vigri like we did the last time. Yeah, we've got lots of money. That's about it. So let's get our army. I'm trying to think. Do we actually want to move our army to Tannheim? Maybe to put them back here to get some more reinforcements. Because I'm not sure if we go to Surret, they might like attack us. We might get attacked on the way. I don't know. Also, our place managers. So we actually now have some more peasants in these areas. Another thing to note, we do have a lot of stone because here in Perlenbach, I just had so many spare jobs, and I've already got the fields already working. I was like, I can't really do anything with them, so I had to get some. I had to get some people working in the stone quarry. And let's actually get that switched to light up. Because one thing I've been doing in this playthrough, I've lost like almost all my soldiers because it's reset it. No, sorry, not lost all of them. I have lost all of them. I had hundreds of soldiers in this army, but the game has reset it. But I was building a lot of crossbowmen. From my playthrough of the scenario, I realised how incredibly good crossbowmen are. Pretty damn cheap. It's just light armour and a bow. Yet crossbowmen, if you get like 200 crossbowmen in one unit, you could one-shot loads of swordmen, one-shot loads of spearmen, and then do good damage to knights as well. So the crossbowmen are really, really good. So getting the light armour for them is good, but then you can also get the light armour spears to make the spearmen. So I'm happy for either. I'm going to have to sort of people working on that. And then I've got a smith here spare. So let's get some more people working wood. And then let's get some bows made. So that's perfect. Again, it's some bows. We've got some wood coming in. Iron, I think I've got enough for now, but no, I'll get some people working. So there we go. So yeah, everything's good. We've got our army marching towards Perlenbach, where it can be reinforced, and then go to Surret. You can see how much money I've got. It's absolutely insane. You can see there I've got 3,000 coins and then 530 coins coming in, and that is with really low taxes still in a lot of these areas, such as here. Biggery, low taxes. We've got no taxes here in Oxenberg. Tannheim I have set it up to a double teeth. That's still because we've got so much happiness and we're increasing in happiness. So I'm happy to do that. Perlenbach, I have taken it down. We'll actually take it to no teeth. The reason is because happiness I want much higher because we've got such a big gap. Population, I always want my population to be as big as it can be, so that we can get the most out of the town. Okay, this is a bit awkward. I actually came over to Perlenbach because I thought it had the most population, nothing to do, but actually population's massively decreasing here, so it wasn't a good idea. But now I'm worried I won't have enough time to go back to Tannheim because that's one turn. One turn, that's 2 turn. But then turn 5, I actually think we have to march to Surret now. No, I will go to Perlenbach. I will go to Perlenbach because actually, well, yes, we do have spare population. They're only doing stuff like stone cutting, which I don't need right now. So yeah, I'll go to Perlenbach and we'll get some more people recruited. Okay, so looking at our army, we've got 20 knights, 30 spearmen, and 70 archers. What I want to do is get my 39 spearmen. Wow, what an intimidating amount. But this is where the big start showing up. 220 crossbowmen. So let's get about 100 there, and then let's get another 100 crossbowmen here. Because that's all our light armor used up, all our spears used up. And then to just add a little bit to it, I'm going to get some peasants here. And then finally, I'm not sure if it's even worth it, but 18 swordsmen. I suppose it's enough that they could do a little bit of damage. So yeah, we'll get that. We also then actually have some more bows ready as well. So yeah, let's go. 6 bowmen. So that's using up a lot of population. The money's absolutely fine. Happiness is, it's a shame. But yeah, well, if we do that, actually, let's have a look. Yeah, these will reset. So let's get quite a lot of these. I like the shields. I like the burst strikes. Pavises is really good to have so many archers. Formation's always a good one. Do want ladders. Ladders mean I can actually breach the wall nicely. So let's get 2 ladders. And then, to be honest, I think that's actually quite good. I've only got a little bit left, so I'll just save that up. Save the caster deck. We're good to go there. So that's my army formed. It doesn't look like it's got many, but it's a pretty nice, at least to start with. So we've got that. Let's get our 2 guys here working on making us some more light armor. And then pull them back. Yes, it's taken a big hit, but I'm sure we'll get it back in no time. And then here, look in Tanheim. Oh my goodness, we actually need some more dwellings made, and we've got nowhere near enough wood. So let's buy some in here. That'll be enough, 280. We can then get our dwellings made, get these 2 people working on that. And then let's also get, we'll just leave it at those 2 people working on it. And I also get some more stuff. Maybe I could get some more weapons bought in. But no, I'm going to leave it for now. But with the amount of money we've got, we want to make use of these traders. In fact, I could also sell. Oh no, we don't actually have too much. We'll leave it. We'll leave it for now. And then we'll just use our army to head over to Sorrel. But then let's buy in some more wood. And I'm going to actually build a breeding pen here, or a shed. So we get 10% more breeding for our sheep. Just so we get a little bit of a passive boost to our production there. And just checking around. Wow, Oxenberg has exploded. We've got so many things here. So, wow, I've actually got a lot of stuff here. Let's get the wasteland cleared out over here. We don't actually have anything else to do here. There's no resources to mine. Same with over here in Vigry. Let's just get some more farmers, just so we get some more population. We need to build more houses and wood. Actually, yeah, I'm going to get some more wood from here because we need more wood for houses. There's no point trying to get a bigger population just yet. Oxenberg, though, yeah, we'll just keep pumping out food. In fact, I can get some horses made here in Oxenberg. Yeah, we've got our guys moving over to Surret. Getting close. The Heartlands. Finally, they reach Surret. Samorka rides with them. The old man is a fountain of knowledge about the world and its secrets, but he could do with talking a little less, Tankred thinks. For several days of travel, his head buzzes with stories of kings and tyrants. Ahead of them lie the Heartlands. Traditionally, these regions have been the prosperous breadbaskets of Oberlin, but the fields have withered and the villages look deserted. Harvests have dwindled in recent years. Countess Havenhand is in great distress trying to feed her own people, says Samorka. We'd help her if we want her vote. The Knight of the Order looks at Tankred and smiles. You look as though you still have some questions, said Tankred. Go ahead. Order is the former palace guard of Queen Leda. We protect the old palace of the kingdom. Make sure that no one usurps the insignia of the kingdom without permission. The last queen's edict states that in times of great need, a ruler may reclaim the crown if they prove themselves worthy. Why Rykard? We of the Order have long believed that Oberlin needs a change. The council is corrupt, and the people's suffering grows under increasing taxes and arbitrary rules. Lord Camilo suggested Rykard as an ideal candidate for this mission. Our master of the Order saw something in Rykard that must have convinced him. He's a young and strong of royal birth. A long stay at the court in Gotika, intrigues in Oberlin. Conversation between the two must have gone on for many hours. Afterwards, he announced that Rykard was fit field marshal. But for him to become king, he must pass the test, and the council must be willing to appoint him as king. The Knight of the Order looks at Tankred and smiles. You look as though you still have some questions, so Tankred. Oh, you saying the same thing? Okay. Okay. The trial period, when Oberlin is in danger, threatening to fall into disunity. I thought I was saying dishonesty. Disunity and war. The trial period allows an aspirant to temporarily take charge of the country's armies. The Council of Counts and all the nobles must place their arms at the disposal of the field marshal. If the marshal succeeds in restoring peace and order, the Council of Counts may elect them king or queen. Okay, so that's pretty cool. We know that Rykard is now becoming the field marshal, so if he's successful in his journey, the Counts of Oberlin can make him king. That is cool. So we've also now got this one, defending the Heartlands. So let's have a look. Oh, Lady Havenhand. Surret, they are greeted with cheers from the people. Look there, the Tannheimers, a boy shouts, waving joyfully at them. Apparently the word of your victories already spread. Says Morka. In the great hall of the castle, Countess Havenhand greets them. Welcome to the Heartlands, Count Camillo. Already announced your visit and your request. I congratulate you on your victory in home. As you can see, the people are inspired by your courage. He points at the crowd in the hall and smiles. I, on the other hand, am not sure what you're about to do is in Oberlin's best interest. Our last king is remembered fondly. Rykard bows. Mistress Havenhand, thank you for your hospitality. I've heard stories of the last king. I want you to judge me by my deeds. I'm here to help. And fields of your land are parched and its flocks are emaciated. On your borders, rebels led by former woodcutter Cuin of Terrasso are waiting, ready to invade, rob and murder. We'll help you fight them off. Smiles. You're right. It's very dangerous. In the regions to the east, villages and castles burn. The rebel attacks must be repelled. Help me defend my lands against these fanatics, and I will reconsider my views. I'll leave my brother... Okay, that's wrong voice. I'll leave my brother Tankred and my best knight here while I travel to the other court for support. Rykard replies. Countess Havenhand looks at her appraisingly Tankred. Since Countess Havenhand looks appraisingly... Okay, I don't understand that. Okay, you can count on me. Lady Havenhand thinks for a moment and then nods in agreement. The next day, Rykard and Tankred said their goodbyes at the inn over a large mug of Seret ale. This is where we part ways, Rykard says. I'm relying on you to protect Seret while I convince the other counts. He raises the mug. For Tannheim! For Oberlin! The two brothers clink their glasses. Okay, so we've now got a new mission here in Seret. Oh goodness, there's more text. It's never ending, is it? Oberlin is starving. Not only has the harvest suffered, but the farmers' herds have also been badly affected by the drought. The animals have hardly any offspring. If we bring animals from our pastures here, it could help the farmers, says Tankred. Zek agrees with him. That would be a good idea. They are interrupted by a messenger who is waiting for Tankred. He hands over a letter. Dear Tankred, I have arrived in Stir. The harvest here has been even worse than in the rest of the country. If I'm to convince Count Stalwart, I need large quantities of grain. Give me as much as you can spare. Take care of yourself fondly, Rykard. Zek sighs. Becoming king seems an expensive affair. Ah, how frustrating. So, I've got some new missions though. Defending the Heartlands. To retain Countess Havenhand's support, Seret and now Pirot, so it's Pirot as the one just below. Novpirot, Seret and Novpirot must not be lost. So Wilman stands ready in Tannheim to lead a second army's reinforcements. So we can now actually call a second army. I actually have no idea how I've run out of food. That is also terrible. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so we need a second army potentially, which we can now. Sir Wilmond, look at him. What a Chad. Sir Wilmond. We've got Sir Wilmond there. Actually, no, we don't have anything more to outfit. I'm just looking. I actually unlocked in the previous one a lance, so I've equipped that lance for 1 point because of some slightly better cavalry stats. But about it. So we now need to think what we want to do next. So Starwood's votes, we send the grain, don't we? Send a wagon with 1,000 or 600 wheat. Stir before the end of turn 10. So I'm assuming we need to send 1,000. I'm not going to send 600. But where the hell are we going to get this wheat from? We've only got 1,000 wheat there. We've got 2,000 wheat in Vigry. 1,800 there, and we've obviously run out in Tannheim, so we can't really afford to even spare any wheat. I don't send any to him, but And then Havenhand's region suffers hunger and poverty. Send 250 sheep, Seret and Novpirot. What? We have to send 500 sheep? That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, how are we going to do this? Guy there, put one guy there. One guy there, and then one guy there. We've got a decent amount of people in Tannheim spare, but then just obviously no food, which is that's pretty bad. Do we have any merchants? No, we don't. Let's take all of these guys. let's get some grain grown in Oxenberg here. Got sheep being grown here. Now I'm going to change that to cattle. And what I'm actually going to do instead is we can use these sheep. Send 250. What is it? Surret. Well, there is actually still some rebel controlled territories. Okay. We've got Surret. Let's send 250 there. And let's send the 173 to... I know this may sound strange, but let's actually send it to Tanheim, because if we send it to Tanheim, it can grow. It can grow into more sheep quite quickly. So let's do that. Let's send the last of the sheep to Tanheim. Here's Tanheim. Expensive stuff, but then now we're producing cattle. Let's turn that one off so we're not eating them. Grain. Yep, grain here. Cattle here. Okay, so we are in a bit of a tough situation, but we should hopefully... Or if I can, actually get some more grain here. That way we can then distribute the grain. Because if we have a look, Star Wars vote by the end of turn 10, that is not far away at all. Where the hell are we going to get that food from? Oh, I think I'm going to have to send some from Vickery right now. I'm going to have to send 1,000 to him now. Okay, so we need to send 1,000 to Stir. Send that now. Gosh. Yeah, that's going to take a hit. And I'm going to have to turn down the rations here to half rations. Obviously. That's obviously a shame. Turn quarter Typhon here. Wow, this place at 100 happiness. So let's get taxing. Look how much money we're making in taxes now. That is amazing. Parliament needs more money. Turn down the taxes in. Oh my gosh, look at. Yeah, that is not good because we've got just no food here. No food here. We are. Oh, gosh. This is absolutely terrible. I think we can send some from Pearl back to Tanheim. Let's do that. Let's send... Oh, gosh. Send about 600. Problem is, though, then Perlenbach's going to run out of food as well. But Tanheim's not going to have enough food to me. Because you can... Oh, what we actually need to do is eat sheep. Go back down to a quarter ration, but we can at least then eat some of the sheep to recover. So that's helped us out a tiny bit. That is not terrible. I'm going to turn the teeth down. Sorry, the teeth, not teeth, it's Typh, isn't it? I've had everyone in the comments telling me all those, like, they're telling me recently, but it's from months ago, so I couldn't affect it. But it's not a teeth, it's a Typh. I can't get out of the habit of saying teeth. I'm going to try and remember to say Typh, but if I continue to say teeth, please let me know down in the comments. So Typh. We've got a Typh there to nil. Still losing a lot of happiness. Oh god, this is tough. This is tough. I think we can manage though. We've got the Tanheim is here. I'm going to leave them just around the area here. But maybe I can even use them to invade the enemy. No, it doesn't let me put them on the border. Okay, fine. I'll just guard this area for now. But the game has hinted at the fact that we can raise an army here in Tanheim, so I am thinking we might need to protect Tanheim at one point, which is why I'm glad I've got my garrison set up. I can also maybe get another garrison. I've got so much stone. And maybe build a stone castle? Doesn't seem like it. I might just get another garrison, to be honest with you. Another town guard, because the iron is fine. It's a lot of stone, but yeah, it's not very much wood. Let's get that. And then from that, I can get you off the iron. Takes 6 turns. I think we should be fine. We don't need it any time soon, so that's absolutely fine. Tankred set the grain off to stir in time. Huckins arrived in a few guards. Okay, I can't remember what I said. The bloody thing's in the way. That's bullshit. You can't read it. The message is in the way. But I assume the gist of it is that because we sent 1,000 wheat, it's all fine. So, thank you, Tankred. The wheat won me court Starward vote in the council. He's also sending you a unit of experienced scouts to assist you. With his regards. Army with 50 experienced light cavalry at the North Pirot border. Okay. was worth maybe sending a little bit more wheat. Oh wow, I actually seen them in person. 50 trained cavalry, that is awesome. And the comet. The first days in Surrey passed peacefully, and Tankred trains with his men undisturbed. One evening, however, the bells of the city's churches and watchtowers ring. An alarm. The people rush to the walls, as if petrified. They stare at the sight that lies before them. Columns of smoke rise on the horizon. The villages and hamlets on the border are burning, but most people's attention is on the sky, as a bright comet lights up the scene below. It's a sign, a woman whispers softly. The rebels, they're coming. This is the end of the world. Tankred is mesmerized by the stunning spectacle. Heavens, unmoving, the comet looks like blah 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 in the sky. My attackers grab him by the blah 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 blah. Shake him. Tankred, we must get ready. The rebels are coming. Tankred starts out his stupor. Oh. As if he had fallen into a trance. Matek is right. They must prepare. So, we have rebels on the way, guys. We've got 50 backup knights, cavalry. So again, it was worth sending the extra week because we've really, really good. We've got them. We then also got some. We actually got a smithy down here. And that is perfect. Let's get some equipment made. So I actually want to get some spears made. I'm thinking. How I do it is make a mixture of spears, light armor, spearmen are made as a priority, then crossbowmen, and then any leftover bows are then just made as archers. So let's get some spears made. Well, actually no, let's get some light armor made there. You guys there as well. So we're making bows there, light armor there. Let's actually set you two making spears. Okay, we've got no wood coming in, but we got a little bit of iron loss, and we're getting some spears. That is perfect. You're moving up, and the Tanheimers, they're sitting there ready for action. Okay, this is a bit bullshit. We are being told that we're losing our livestock here because there's a wolf. So, I remember when I did this before and I tried to put one peasant on at a time, I would lose all my peasants. So let's put 2 on at a time and then try and protect that. So we aren't getting as much stuff as I thought, but that's okay. We will last, I'm sure of it. So let's have a look. We are actually having beggars here. We have run out of food. That is fantastic. We do need more houses here though, but I will leave that for the time being. To be honest, the same here in Vigry. I'm going to up the taxes because we just don't have enough food or houses to support a bigger population. So if I get a little bit more money out of these people, that should then bring the population down, but get me a little bit of money out of it. Yeah, let's hang on. Actually, no, before I hang on, let's send 250 sheep to Novpirot. That way, we're going to complete that second quest. We might as well do it before it's too late, because we might get something good out of it. Hunger. The people are happy for all the extra animals. Lady Havenhand is impressed with Tankred's enthusiasm. 40 light armor, 25 happiness in Serret and Novpirot. So, you have an enemy army appearing. It's only small, and with our 50 knights, we could probably take them on. Worry now is though just the lack of food we have across the. Oh, and look at this bullshit! How the wolves killed one of the peasants already. That is absolute bullshit. Got no food here. Oh, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. We are really struggling actually. Trying to think, what can we do? We've got no rations here. There's just literally rats. That's a double tithe as well. Let's turn that. God, this is so terrible. Our people are just starving. We should hopefully get a harvest in soon from these 2 fields, which is good, but this is absolutely terrible. Oh, what are we going to do? But with that, guys, I'm going to end. Is this episode 5 or is this episode 6? I'm not sure. I'm going to call it episode 6. But either way, it's episode 1 of chapter 3. So if you watched this to the end, I thank you so much, because this is a very chaotic and silly video. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. This has just been a quick one, just to get me back in the gist of things, to get me back re-exploring Rising Lords, because for me, I haven't played this game in about 3 months. So just catching up with things and just enjoying it really. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. if you have enjoyed, do leave a like, and do make sure to subscribe if you want to see more of this Rising Lords campaign. See you in the next one, guys. Ta-ra!